To begin our Sunrise Smart Start with some breaking news. Fire crews battled both fire and ice this morning at the scene of a burning home on Corn Hill.
Yeah, that was along Price Lane. We've heard no reports of any injuries at this point. We see video of some of the aftermath. We're also aware of a 2-alarm fire call happening now at a church on Forbes Street on the city's west side. Our crew headed there. We'll have updates on RochesterFirst.com and when we see you at 7:25.
As Americans nationwide honor the life and legacy of former President Jimmy Carter, services will move today from Atlanta to Washington, D.C.
Want to give you another live update from Atlanta this morning. His remains will be moved to D.C., where Carter will lie in state in the Capitol Rotunda. At 9:30, a ceremony marking Carter's final departure from here at the Carter Center. His family will then travel to Joint Base Andrews in Maryland. A motorcade will take them to the U.S. Navy Memorial, that in recognition of the late president's military service. At 2, Carter's body will be transferred to a horse-drawn military wagon as part of a procession going to Capitol Hill. Lawmakers will pay their respects with a service scheduled for 3. The public can visit through midnight, then again tomorrow and through early Thursday. All 5 living presidents expected to attend the state funeral. That's Thursday morning at the National Cathedral. Carter will then have one final homecoming. He'll be buried in Plains, Georgia, on the family's property next to his wife of 77 years, Rosalind Carter.
We have some new details here now as more family, friends, and neighbors pay tribute to an 11-year-old 6th grader and her grandmother remembered in Brighton.
Police say the girl's father, 53 years old, shot the victims before he died by suicide Friday. That little girl, Ann Mancuso, described as a gift to the family, friends, and this whole community overall. Grief counselors and social teams with Willow Domestic Violence Center are stepping up to help those affected process their grief through this tragedy. They're also answering questions for families about how to help those who may be in danger.
If you're a community member and you're trying to help somebody, it's the same thing. Understanding what their barriers are so that you don't rush to judgment to say, just get out of there, just change your phone number, just fill in the blank, whatever. If it was that easy, they would do it. It's not. We have to understand this is a very complicated issue.
As we mentioned, the district there in Brighton has offered up counseling support sessions throughout yesterday on campus and last night for the community. For a full list of resources along with how to talk to children dealing with a loss such as this one, you can find that in our story at RochesterFirst.com.
Happening tonight, the parents of a Spencerport teen plan to speak out to the district about what they call a culture of bullying. Kim and Sean Sick say that their 13-year-old daughter Leah was slammed into a locker at Cosgrove Middle School and that their family was later harassed. 2 teens have been arrested in connection to this case, one of them by the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and the other by the Greece Police Department. Leah's parents say that is better than the initial 3-day suspension that the 6 boys reportedly involved received as punishment for the November 22nd incident. They say they had to pressure the school just to see the surveillance video, but since going public, they say they've also heard from dozens of other parents and students with similar stories. They now say justice for Leah includes demanding broader changes. They plan to address the Spencerport School Board tonight during the 6 p.m. study session.
Before you know it, tax season will be here later this month, and state leaders promise to try to put some more money back in your wallet. Governor Kathy Hochul unveiled a plan expanding the state child tax credit so families can receive more money and qualify for the refund. The current rate, that standard, is set at $330 per child. This new bill in the Senate, sponsored by Jeremy Cooney, who represents parts of Monroe County, says $1,000 would be given per child up to age 3, $500 for kids between the age of 4 to 16. It's estimated some 118,000 households in Western New York, about 207,000 children would be covered. We heard from a mother from the city explaining what exactly this would do for someone like her.
Having a lot of opportunities that I couldn't afford to be because you didn't qualify, you didn't have enough income. So to me, living in the same apartment that I am and having 4 children, like, you think about it, you want more space, you want more opportunities for your kids to have a better, safe neighborhood. And I feel like I want to stay in the neighborhood. I want to make a difference. I want to make that change. I want to be able to buy property.
Families with children under 4 would get their potential $1,000 later this year. Those in the $500 category, the older children, that would begin in 2026.
Drivers, you may be banned from using the Thruway permanently or for a specified amount of time if you don't pay your tolls. Well, before that ever happened, a driver's registration would already be suspended under state law due to unpaid tolls. A suspension would happen or could after failing to respond to 3 or more notices of violation within a 5-year period. As the Thruway navigates its toll challenges, one assemblyman has his own effort at making driving on the interstate more affordable by introducing a bill that would allow Easy Pass users to drive the Thruway toll-free between the hours of 10 p.m. until 6 a.m.
Overall, it could improve efficiency on the New York State Thruway. I think it could give us a more even spread of when people are actually using the Thruway. It's business friendly because I think businesses could take advantage of this. If you're in the trucking or logistics, you could plan on traveling during those off-peak hours in it, and it could relieve congestion, making the system more efficient.
The bill is in committee and has yet to have a state sponsor, though they do expect this legislation will have bipartisan support.
Your sunrise traffic before we go here at 6:55 and a view from our Greater Rock sky. I-490 is moving along there. Expressways are clear. Please keep in mind on the west side at Trinity Interfaith Church. That is the scene of a 2-alarm fire call underway right now. We'll bring you some updates live from that scene at 7:25. All right, James, for now, though, let's get to the weather. Teens across the board.
Yeah. Chilly out there, but whenever I take my trash out, which I'll do tonight, my trash day is tomorrow, I like to just go out in a t-shirt.
Real
Why?
quick.
It's like a
t-shirt and shorts.
I'm right there with you. No jacket.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just going to take this out, recycling too, maybe gloves.
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Y'all play too much. I will put on the gloves, double socks, and all the bells and whistles just to go out for 5 minutes.
The flip-flops real quick if I have to. Yeah.
Right, shorts sometimes.
Covered in snow. Yeah.
Undershirt.
Okay. Well, when both of them call out tomorrow, you'll know why.
I feel like it's a cold plunge.
Yeah.
When you're going out there. See what it's really like. Well, if that's your plan, make it quick. Otherwise, it is jacket, double layer, hat, mittens, scarf. Cold afternoon for you around Rochester.
All right, that does it for us here at Sunrise. CBS Mornings coming your way.
Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.